Welcome to Bronx Leaders of the Future. Join me and our next generation leaders in a series of candid conversations where we're going to discuss different topics. And I'm your host, Dr. Denise Nunez, a pediatric intensivist, and I'm going to present you all our leaders, starting by...
Hi, my name is Louis. I am a sophomore as of now, and I'm trying to become a doctor in the future.
My name is Jesus. I'm a junior and I want to go to the military.
My name is Akila. I'm going to be a junior and I don't know where I'm going to be in the future.
Well, today we're going to discuss a topic, right? It's a kind of important topic where I actually asked a good amount of parents what they were thinking, what decisions they were going to make regarding school this year. So they're going to plan to send their kids to school full time or have half and half, so half at school and half at home, or they're deciding to select just keep their kids at home. So I wanted to hear, I heard from the parents, and the parents, most of them want to keep their kids at home. They're very scared about getting infected with COVID. We don't know what's going to happen. It's kind of a scary thing, right? So this pandemia. So I wanted to hear from you guys. What do you guys think, and what are your decisions? What do you guys want to do for this next upcoming year?
I believe that hybrid classes would be the best.
Okay.
Since there wouldn't be too much infection going on between the students, since there would be half of the days would be at home and half of the days would be in school. I feel that if you have hybrid classes and have a certain amount of people going in one day and then have the other amount of people going the other day, then you have a balance between all the people, and if they need help, they can go. If they don't need help, they can stay at home and do their courses online. But I still feel like some social interaction is still needed between the kids and everybody else, since it puts stress on us just to be at home, not being able to contact our friends or be just socially interacting. So I feel like hybrid classes would really benefit all of us, since there would be half of the interactions with half of the students and then half of the interaction online, and if we want, we can call each other and stuff like that.
That's pretty cool. I like that. What do you think, Jesus?
Okay, me too. Alright.
You think?
I have nothing right now.
So would you want to do the same thing as Louis, or you want to just stay at home?
No, I like to go back to school like 3 days a week and 2 weeks. Like go back to school like 3 days and then 2 days. To go back to school 3 days and then 2 days we stay home. So it's like the hybrid, and then like it switches every week of each student goes like 3 days 1 week, and then the next week they go 2 days. So it goes like everybody could go.
Okay. And what do you think, Akila? What about you?
I think that plan is pretty appropriate for us, but my concern is with the younger generation, like pre-K to 4th grade, because they're not expected to be as cautious as us. So I think that if we were to stagger their times, I think it should be, I guess you could say, more staggered to, limit as much transmission as possible.
So what do you mean by that? So explain, what are your ideas? What are you thinking?
I think that they should have less children than we would have going to school for each day.
So you mean like less amount of kids going in, it's like the younger ones, like less amount of kids going into class.
Yeah.
And maybe less amount of days going into class, so they can have some sort of interaction with other kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it so important to have interaction with, I see the same theme on each and one of you. You're all talking about interaction. I think that is, that's sort of important. Why is that important to you guys?
I feel like an interaction between students is very crucial to just our development and our being as humans. We as humans actually belong better in groups. We can actually work better, and if we understand each other and are able to be raised from a young age to be with each other, then I feel like it would be benefiting our whole society. So we can't just cut all interactions between kids and students and everybody else, because then that limits the amount of people that can actually work together. We already have a limited amount of people that work together, and some people that like actually working by themselves. And that's understandable. And sometimes we do need to work on our own, but I feel like there should still be interactions between each other. When it comes to kids, I believe that a solution that could benefit all of us is either have easier testing or testing methods so that we can see anything, and be really cautious when a kid is sick to leave them home and not bring them to school.
So what you're saying is that when you mean testing like testing on the centers to test them for COVID, or testing? I kind of got there so people understand. So you're talking about when they come in?
Have like a certain, like have one person or just any person from the school be able to test the kids for COVID, and like have them, or have a station there that you can test the kids for COVID or anything else that you really need to test the kids for.
Got it. So
And
like maybe
if
a
they're,
rapid
like-
center, like can just
Yeah.
test them very quick.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Or if they're like sick, it doesn't matter what they have, stay at home.
I think that you guys said, just taking care of yourselves, taking care of, making sure that we have spaces to test kids inside, but also kind of the mental sanity, right? To just interact with your friends is also very, very important, because you need that to grow.
Yeah.
Same as a little kid. So they all need that kind of role model, so they can, they can imitate and they can grow too. So that's very, very important. Any other things that if you had, go ahead.
I feel like we all do need to learn with this whole COVID and everything, and how this pandemic just came about and we didn't really know what to do about it, especially with all our technology, all our interactions and everything that's going on. I feel like we all need to learn a second way to do everything
Absolutely.
that doesn't allow as many interactions and actually benefits everybody still at the same time. I feel like we still need to learn a lot about how we can like help people, and how we could still keep schools going even through these pandemics and stuff like that. I feel like we still need to learn a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We need to listen more to professionals and just know what's going on.
So the scientific measures,
Yeah.
right? So all the measurements that measure that they've been telling us, we have to learn how to cope with that and make sure we comply with those measures inside the schools, right? So how do you think the school's gonna look like then when we get there? What are you envisioning that the school's gonna look like when you're in there?
I feel like it's gonna be half empty half of the week, then half empty the other half of the week.
And what about what's going on inside? Like, are you gonna be like together, or
I feel
your chairs are gonna be apart?
I think they should be apart. Like they should take half of the desk out, so
Yeah.
there's enough people.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of people
So
inside.
not a lot, right? Do you think we should use plexiglasses on the tables? Like, should we use like something, like those plexiglasses that's like transparent that you can put around your desk? Do you think that should be a good idea?
I don't think it would be a good idea, since we're still gonna be interacting with each other.
But
I feel like
it's like transparent, so you can see
So,
your
like,
friends.
if me and
You
you're
know what I
here-
mean? Like it's like I'm thinking about it, right? Like on your chair. So if you use like a plexiglass, something like a square that's around you, but you can do your class, talk to the teacher, talk to your friends, but you have that around you that kind of will protect you, and it's transparent. It's like a glass.
So,
It's
like,
called
me and
glass,
him
but it's like what?
So like if me and him are together.
Yeah,
at
like
the
if we
same
were
time.
sitting here and you have a plexiglass right in the middle, we're still talking, but you at least and you have your mask on. So would that be something that you guys would consider if they
That
put it
would-
on?
that would be
That, and we
a
should
good
use
idea.
laptops at school. Like instead of like hand paper, we should all use like computers. So we won't like just better like they should go like my school gave us personal ones, so
Yeah.
we just use that.
So your own personal computer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just,
that
like,
sounds
so
like a
then
good idea.
everybody uses it instead of getting papers.
And then handing them
hand
back,
them
and
out,
then,
hand them
yeah.
back.
What do you think about gloves?
I feel like gloves wouldn't be a big deal, since it has to be like really comfortable gloves though,
Yeah.
because some kids can get like fidgety, itchy,
Yeah.
It has to be a good kind of glove that's like not too, that doesn't bother kids too much, so that we can still touch our laptops, type, do whatever we need to do. And I mean, we could still use papers if we're using gloves, because then that limits the interaction we have with the paper. So I feel like it would still, it
Okay.
would
I
benefit.
mean, gloves are pretty annoying. They break easily.
And they break easily, right? And sometimes when I think about gloves, that gives you the false sense of security, right? You think you have your gloves and you're not going to get contaminated, but then you use your gloves, you open doorknobs and forget, you don't use hell, right? Because you have gloves, and then you open the doorknob because you have the gloves on, you think you're safe, and then you touch your cell phone. Or you put your cell phone.
That's
you
how
touch-
everybody uses.
That's
right
right, and
handed.
then you really just get contaminated. So sometimes I think that you have to be a little bit careful, because it does give you a false sense of security. So maybe not using the gloves, but having like hand sanitizer stands
Yeah.
very close by, I was even thinking like maybe one on your desk. I don't know.
No,
That's
see,
something.
how you use, everybody's just gonna use that like every
It's
5
gonna be,
seconds.
yeah, it's gonna be very so. And the ones that are like hand free, like you just put your hand in, it comes in, and then you play. So maybe just those stands. You got like that idea?
Okay.
That would
yeah.
work out, right? It was
Yeah.
a great conversation. I'm very happy that we had it. We're going to say bye to our friends, and we're going to invite them to come to our next program. So, anybody wants to take the lead on that one? Invite. Do you want to take the lead?
Nah, I'm good.
You want to take the lead and say,
Sure.
come back to our next program?
Follow me on at.
This has been Bronx Leaders of the Future. Have a great day and come back to our next program.
Bye.